Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my perfume empties for 2024. I am both excited about this video, but at the same time, if I have to be very honest, I'm a little bit disappointed with this year's perfume empties. So first I'm going to share everything with you, and then maybe I'll talk towards the end of the video. So those of you who are not interested in my thoughts can skip at that point. But yes, let's dive right into it. We have 4 to 5 I would say full size perfumes, and then we have 3 travel size perfumes. I'll start with the travel size first. So these were, I would say, relatively easier to like use up, not all of them, still I would say. The first one is the Plum Body Love and Vanilla Vibes. Now this one I actually was like just dragging my feet on using this up, because while I did enjoy the scent initially, but I think as I have gotten older, I don't like just basic. I mean, I don't want to sound like a perfume snob or anything like that, but when it comes to like the super sickly sweet perfumes, like which are just plain vanilla, sugary, warm, I'm not really into those anymore. Usually I wear them only in the winters, and I feel like this also I used up in the 23 to 24 वाला जो winter था, like November 23 से Feb 24 वाला जो winter season था, उसमें I finished this up. So it's been a long time since I've used it up, and yeah, I just don't like these kind of scents anymore. So I had bought one more, but for some reason my mom is really liking Vanilla Vibes from Plum, so she used the other one. I'm not sure if she used it up completely or she still has it, but yes, she has the other one. And then this one I was like, ठीक है, मैंने start कर दिया use करना, so let me try and use it up. So I did use it up, but yeah, I definitely will not be repurchasing this or other scents which are like this. So again, let me know if you are a warm vanilla person, like when it comes to your fragrance family, or do you like florals, do you like rose, do you like musky fragrances, clean, like very aqua kind of fragrances, like what's your fragrance family that you like? Moving on, we have Renee's Bloom fragrance right here. Now this one, again, I don't know how well you can see the packaging or the bottle, but this is the Renee Bloom ka travel size wala fragrance, which I got because I saw everyone saying that this is a dupe for Carolina Herrera Good Girl. So I was like, let me try it out, and yes, I think it's like a 70 to 80% dupe. If you don't want to spend 8,000 on the pretty looking shoe wala perfume bottle, then you can just get this for like 200, 300 something. I want to say it is super duper inexpensive. Even if you get the bigger size, which is the 50 ml of this one, it will still cost you like 500, 600 bucks, I guess. But this one was the 15 ml size that I got. Now the reason I ended up using this up is because whenever I was wearing the scent, I would spray on the OG sometimes, or if I was not spraying the OG, like for example, if I am just wearing like my normal office wala scent in the daytime, and then in the evening if I'm stepping out to go out with my friends and I just want to spray this on for a couple of hours, I would rather have this on rather than that. So I used to carry this with me in my bag and use it up that way. Also because the longevity is not very great, I used to reapply this also quite a bit, and then that's how I ended up using the entire thing. So did I enjoy it? Kind of. I mean, I was happy to find an affordable alternative also to share something with you guys. But for me personally, I'm also over this kind of scent, to be very honest. Like even the OG, I have a little bit of it left, but I think once I use it up, I don't see myself getting back into it. If I have to tell you a scent that I do want to actually get for the same occasion, like when I'm going out with my friends, clubbing, which we don't really go, but अगर साल में कभी एक बार चली भी गई मैं with my friends, I would like to wear a fragrance like Alien, Mugler's Alien basically, instead of something like Carolina Herrera Good Girl. So it's just something I have personally, outgrown at this point. So yes, use this one up completely. I also want to use up my OG Good Girl, and then once that is done, which hopefully happens in 2025, then I will be done with this kind of fragrance type, fragrance family, whatever you want to call it. Okay, moving on, next let's talk about, okay, we have one travel size, let's talk about that first and then I'll talk about the others. Now this is a Plum Fresh by it says Landmark Excite EDP. Now this is a fragrance that I got at a store called I'm actually forgetting the name of the store, but basically it was inside a Star Bazaar. It was like next to it. I don't know if it's a part of the same like parent company. I think it is, but again, it was just like a random smaller shop. If I'm able to remember the name of the store where I got this from, I will leave it down below in the description. But basically this was like a fruity fragrance, let's just put it like a fruity plum, very girly Victoria's Secret kind of a fragrance, but at the same time I kind of liked it because it was different than something very basic from Victoria's Secret. So yes, I enjoyed it, and this was how much? It was not a lot of product, just 9 ml, not even 10 ml. So it was not a lot of product, and I used it up. I would say I enjoyed it. I think I just liked smelling it, but wearing it was not like my favorite. I would say it was nice to smell different, like for example, if I'm going to like dance class, or if I am just going out for a run, which I feel like I haven't done in a very long time, so I don't even remember if I did wear this out when I went running. But like for example, any kind of activity where you would typically wear a clean fresh fragrance, I would, instead of wearing a basic clean fresh fragrance, I would wear this instead, just to pep me up just a little bit. But this is not something I would wear every day to work or going out with friends, or like when I want to put on a fragrance to feel really good. I was not using this that time. I was just using it as like a refreshing fragrance so that I'm not stinking basically. So yeah, I liked it, but again, wouldn't repurchase it. And it was nice, but not a fragrance that I want to like go back to. It was not a favorite basically, is what I'm trying to get at. So that's that. This is the last travel size that we have. Now let's move on to the full sizes. So firstly, I'm going to tell you about some of my favorites out of the bunch, and then we'll move on to the rest. One of my absolute favorites is Nykaa Love Notes EDP. This is the second one. I believe that I have used up, if my memory is serving me correctly, and I absolutely love this. It is the most beautiful, sweet, cotton candy, marshmallow, sweet. I always describe this as something I would wear if I was wearing a white t-shirt with light blue jeans, and I never wear light blue jeans or a white t-shirt. But it's just a friend, like it's just a scent, not a friend, it's just a scent that I love so freaking much. I still have a travel size of this one, by the way, which I will keep on hand wherever I want to like smell this fragrance, or if I want to wear it. I have the travel size, but I definitely want to pick up a full size of this eventually again, like repurchase it, because it is truly a scent that I love, and thankfully I haven't outgrown it yet, and touch wood, hopefully I'm not going to, because I absolutely love it so much. Next we have a very expensive one, and this again I wanted to use up, and then before, like usually what I do is, if I know I love a scent, before I even finish it up, I tend to repurchase it. But then when I'm going through the second one, and this has happened a couple of times, where if it's an expensive perfume, I use up the first one, then I repurchase it thinking, oh, I'm in love with it, I need to repurchase it again. But somewhere along the way, when I'm using the second one, I outgrow the scent. I don't know if it's coincidence, or if it's a specific fragrance family, or if it just happens like naturally, because when you're smelling a specific perfume for a very long amount of time, you kind of get used to it and get bored of it, and then you don't enjoy it anymore. So that's why I was like, because it's happened a couple of times, I was a little wary. I'm like, should I repurchase this immediately, or should I wait a little bit to see if my scent change, like if my scent preferences change, or if it remains the same. Long story short, I'm speaking about Narciso Rodriguez. I forgot. This is Poudre? No, this is not Poudre. Ambre. Oh my god, how did I forget the name? This is Narciso Rodriguez Ambre, and I think they have like a more everyday version of this as well, which comes in like a more frosty bottle packaging as compared to this one, which is like more opaque in color. So yes, they have that version as well, and then this is, I suppose, the more intense version. I'm not really sure, but this is the OG Narciso Rodriguez Ambre, and it smells so amazing. I don't really know how to describe it, but I know it's a floral. At the same time, it's a very unique scent. Like, I have never smelled anything like this. I feel like with a lot of designer fragrances, you find similar things elsewhere, maybe more affordable options, or sometimes like certain scent profiles are so common that you can find other fragrances that smell similar, but this is like so unique. I highly recommend that you look at the notes online, and then if you think it's something you would like, then go smell it in a store. You can find Narciso Rodriguez counters in Shopper Stop. I think Lifestyle also has Narciso Rodriguez, I'm not sure. But this one I think I've definitely seen in Shopper Stop stores. So if you're able to, then definitely go ahead and smell this. It is so amazing. I bought this online because, like, when I say online, I mean through an Instagram store, because typically this is around, I want to say 8 or 9,000 rupees, and this is a, I'm pretty sure 80 or 90, no, 90 or 100 ml bottle, and I paid around maybe 5 or 6,000. So saved a couple thousands by buying it, and it's still obviously the OG, right? So how does it even matter? So I have considered repurchasing it, but I definitely want to use up a lot of my existing collection before I repurchase this. So it's something I'm going to put on the back burner for now. I'm not going to repurchase immediately, but I'm definitely going to be thinking about this. So that is Narciso Rodriguez Ambry. And then the last fragrance, which again, it's more affordable, and I bought this at the same store that I bought this one from, and again, like I said, I don't remember the name of the store, but I'm going to try and find it. And then I think it was Misboo. Was it Misboo? Is that the name of the store? I cannot remember clearly, to be honest, but yes, this is Tokyo Zen from there. So I was basically just sniffing around different perfumes. So they had one section where they had like entire body care collections in this specific scent, and then I think 2 or 3 other scents. So I was just sniffing around there, and then in a different section I saw these smaller travel sizes that they had. So this one really appealed to me, and again, it's a very everyday, basic, musky, yet there is like a sexiness to it. It smells so unique, and something that I really love and enjoy. I haven't repurchased this yet, again, because I have quite a few fragrances that I want to use up, but it's something I'm still obsessed with. This is like the second one that I have gone through, and this is a smaller bottle. It's 50 ml, so it's easier to go through, and it, I would say, lasts also pretty well throughout the day. Like if I spray it in the morning, I don't feel the need to reapply it the entire day. So that is also something I really appreciate for a more affordable fragrance. This was like, it says 499 on here, but I'm pretty sure I paid like 300 or something, 300, 350 or something like that for this. So yes, very affordable, and hopefully that store is still around. So I'm definitely going to go back and repurchase this once I use up some of the existing fragrances in my collection. But something I definitely see myself wearing every single day in the summer and the monsoon time. It's, again, that's why I'm holding off right now, because we're in winters as we speak and as you watch this video. So I want to give more love to my winter fragrances right now, because I'm not going to touch them the rest of the year. So let me give them more love right now, and then when March rolls around, then maybe I'll look at my more fresher fragrances that I have in my collection, use them up, and then once I feel good on that, definitely gonna be repurchasing this. Moving on, next we just have last two more fragrances that I have as empties, and then we'll be done with this video. So one of them is, again, like a more affordable fragrance from Zudio. This is the fragrance called Woman. It is, okay, I can barely smell it, but it's a nice, fresh, summery kind of a fragrance. This is not available anymore, so again, I don't know why I'm giving you guys a review on it, because if you wanted to go ahead and buy it, you couldn't. Zudio constantly keeps revamping their fragrance lineup. Even in their current fragrance lineup, I do have a few favorites, and I was thinking about picking it up, but like I said already, I have a decent amount of fragrances. I wouldn't say I have a very large fragrance collection. If you've seen my perfume collection video, you would know it's not like I have a huge collection of perfumes, but I feel like I'm not someone who's a fragrance collector. I'm a fragrance user. Like, whatever I'm buying, it's not to like display and have a huge collection. It is to actually use fragrances and use them up before I change my mind on them, or before they go bad, or before something happens to them. I want to use all of my fragrances up to their entirety, and that is why I need to focus more on perfumes that I already have in my collection, or else just declutter them if I'm not using them, instead of just keep buying new fragrances. So that is why I'm going to focus on my current existing collection before I go out and buy more studio fragrances. This one I did enjoy, but it was not like a favorite. So yes, glad to have use that one up. And then the last fragrance for this video is actually another discontinued fragrance. It's from Miniso, and it is Sunrise. Now this is my second bottle of Miniso Sunrise, which I have used up, and for the longest time I was like not touching this bottle at all, because I was like, this is it, like once I use this up then I will not have this fragrance around anymore. It's basically not available anymore. It's not been for I think 2-ish years. I want to say, like, when I realized that this is discontinued and it's not available anymore, we were still in the middle of lockdown, so it's been a while since then. So yes, the past, I want to say 2-ish years, I kind of savored this fragrance. I was barely using it, but then I realized कि मैं कब तक इसको बचा के रखने वाली हूँ. I need to eventually use it up, because otherwise it's gonna go bad any which ways and my money is gonna get wasted. So might as well use it and enjoy it, and then just let it go, basically. So that's what I did. This is a fragrance I was wearing a lot, like in the monsoon time, because I do associate this to like previous years when I used to go hiking, and it is mainly during the monsoon, and that's when I used to wear this fragrance. I also feel like the specific scent is most appropriate to wear that time, because it's not warm and sweet enough for winters, but at the same time it's not light and fresh enough for summers. So I feel like monsoon mein jab it's not too cold, it's more breezy, humid, the scent works really well with my specific body type in that like time of the year. So yes, use this one up as well. And with that we have 5 full-size fragrance empties and 3 travel size empties. I definitely feel like I could have done way better, but I also have to tell you that as compared to previous years, you might have noticed this already if you've been keeping up with my channel this year, that my fragrance content has reduced, and at the same time my kind of passion for fragrance has kind of dwindled. I have gotten more into makeup, as well as I mean, makeup I was always passionate about, but I feel like trying out new products, testing out different stuff, my attention has kind of gone in the makeup direction and even in the skincare direction as compared to fragrances. So how I feel about it, and I was mentioning this in the beginning of the video if you did not skip that part, I feel like I want to have a more concise collection. Like, even if I just had 5 fragrances in my collection which I truly loved and used, that would be amazing for me. So I want to focus on my current existing collection, and I really have decided to maybe go on like a fragrance no buy for 2025. And when I say no buy, I mean like a strict no buy, where I am not buying any new fragrances and I'm just focusing on my current existing collection. That way we'll have more empties in 2025, and at the same time I would really feel like I got my money's worth out of all the fragrances that I do have in my collection. Some of them I've had for more than like 2 to 3 years, so it definitely makes sense for me to use them up at this point before, like I said again, fragrances go bad. And I try my best to store them as well as I can. I don't keep them in direct sunlight. I store them inside a cupboard so that you know, they don't get spoiled because of sunlight, basically. So yes, my idea is to go on either like super duper low buy, where I only buy 1 or 2 fragrances if I really feel like it. Like, for example, if I am having 2 to 3 fragrances which are summer specific, and the rest of my collection is not conducive to the summer, if I use up those 2 to 3 fragrances in the span of summer and I still have more time left, and I feel like, oh, none of my collection has fragrances that I could use at this time of the year, then maybe I'll go ahead and buy 1 fragrance, you know, like something like that, like basically a super small collection which is actually usable for me, and which I'm getting, like, whatever money I've put into it, basically I'm getting my money's worth out of it. I really hope what I'm saying is making some sort of sense. I feel like my brain is just fogging up and I'm not able to put my thoughts correctly to you. So yeah, I hope what I'm saying is making sense, and I also want to know how you guys feel. I know that the internet is having a really huge like love affair with fragrance right now, like with perfume TikTok. I mean, I know TikTok is banned in India, so none of us are part of it, but I'm just saying that in general internet is really going crazy with fragrances right now. They weren't the last couple of years. The focus was more on makeup and skincare, and I was still talking about perfumes because I was truly loving it. But now that my attention has kind of gone in other directions, and I feel like I don't love perfume as much. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love wearing fragrances. I still wear fragrances every single day. In fact, you'll be seeing a video coming up soon, maybe end of December or beginning of January, where I speak about my most worn fragrances this year, which means I literally made a tally of every single time I wore perfume and which perfume I wore, so that way we get to know like my least worn perfumes and my most worn perfumes of the year. So yes, even when I was doing those tallies, I was realizing a lot of days I was sometimes even skipping perfume, and sometimes I was wearing it just because I like to smell good, but at the same time it's not like I'm in love with the fragrance and I'm addicted to it and I constantly want to smell that fragrance. It was not that kind of love. So yeah, I hope what I'm saying it made sense earlier. And yes, a perfume no-buy is definitely on my mind for 2025. So yeah, that is what I wanted to share with you guys in this video. I feel like towards the end I did go into a little bit of a chatting zone, but I wanted to share my thoughts with you because earlier I used to do it more regularly, but now I didn't really get a chance to share these thoughts with you in a while. So I thought this would be the most fitting video where I could possibly integrate that. But yes, that is it for today's video, and I just want to conclude this video by saying that I really hope that you guys have been enjoying Vlogmas and have watched all the videos, at least those which excite you this month, like out of every single video that I've posted. I hope you've caught up on that content, and if you haven't, then do go and check out all the previous uploads or whichever ones you have missed. And yes, there are still, I'm sure, a couple of more videos coming for the rest of the month till 31st. And then I also think you'll see a video going up on 1st, maybe. It depends. I don't remember what dates we are gonna have in the coming year. So yes, I'm gonna make sure to be as how do I put it, as consistent with my content that I have in 2024. I'm definitely going to be keeping that up in 2025 as well, so you're not going to miss me at all, I promise. But yes, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully by the time that you watch this video I've hit 2k, and if I haven't already, and I'm pretty sure I'll be very close to hitting 2k, please go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, it would mean so much to me. Last year in September, like end of August, beginning of September, I hit 1k, and this year within 1 year I hit another 1000 subscribers, almost 1000 subscribers. So I'm so happy about that, and hopefully we continue to grow like this in 2025 as well. Fingers crossed. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, you guys, and I'm gonna see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.